Life in the Windy City is plagued with violent crime after violent crime. Radio talk show hosts continue to debate the appropriate measures that need to be taken to decrease violence and increase public safety. Some neighborhoods see more crime than others, but in the city of Chicago, crime eventually finds you, no matter your zip code. So, does Death Wish deliver on the story of a father taking justice into his own hands, or does the old vigilante need some insure and a nap? Let's dive in and take a look in this review. The action in this movie looks pretty great. It's mostly fists and bullets. So there's a greater sense of realism that's actually happening in the action sequences because grenades aren't being lobbed, cars aren't randomly exploding, and fighter jets aren't blasting expeditions off the highways in downtown Chicago. There's plenty of blood, and brains even get smushed out of someone's head in case you were concerned this film would not have enough gore. Rest assured, horror director Eli Roth was able to get one or two horror elements into this action flick, and I'm sure for that he was pretty pleased. Unlike Red Sparrow, which actually does leave a little bit up to the imagination, this film leaves nothing to the imagination. It shows us everything. You don't really need to think at all during this film, and in fact, some of the action scenes are so over the top that they became comedic. So much so that the theater I was in, some of the people actually started laughing, myself included. Unfortunately, the story does kind of fall off the rails a little bit in the second act, when we see the protagonist, Dr. Paul Kersey, played by Bruce Willis, shift from revenge to vigilante. What begins as a revenge tale to find the men who killed his wife and put his daughter in a coma abruptly pivots. And now he's just killing bad people who do bad things for some reason, even though he's a doctor who saves people's lives and has been doing this for most of his adult life. Kinda odd. But eventually, he comes back to his revenge mission, and the movie is back up on track and running. Also, Bruce Willis plays two different people in this movie, even though he's only playing one person. I'll explain. When we first meet him, he's playing a caring, loving, nurturing husband and father, and ER trauma surgeon. And none of that performance is believable at all. But then he switches over to revenge mode, and that's when it felt like Bruce Willis again, and that's when it felt believable. So in short, some not so great, some pretty great as far as his performance goes. In all, this film does end on target, which did increase my enjoyment of this film, despite the fact that Bruce Willis' performance was split for me. Death Wish is playing at your local movie theater right now. If you want to enjoy a movie that has some really great action sequences and requires nothing from you mentally, I will recommend you check this film out once it hits Redbox or your preferred streaming service. Otherwise, you can skip this film entirely. Again, it had some fun action moments as well as some over-the-top action scenes, which were oddly comedic, but that is not enough to convince me that you guys should spend your time or your hard-earned dollars on this film. And because of that, Death Wish is getting 0 high fives from this guy. Death Wish is playing at your local movie theater right now. Hi, I'm Jeremy Brunansky, and you've just finished watching a movie review on Brunansky's Vlog. Along with the movie reviews and the weekly show, we also do the Certified Rad segments and the movie news breakdown, which you may want to check out. All right, everybody, we'll see you next Monday for a brand new episode of Brunansky's Vlog, Monday morning, 10 a.m. PST. See you there. Have a great week.